Hello, welcome to Chimera Puzzle Island. This is a puzzle game, so this is not going to be a full Let's Play. A while ago, I don't know when exactly, how long ago, I played Chimera Destroy All Monster Girls. It's a free game on Steam. I highly recommend it. It was a lot of fun. It's kind of a Mega Man style game. You get abilities from monsters and you pick stages and stuff like that. But anyways, it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. This is a puzzle game that's not free, but it is still fun if you like puzzles. Particularly Picross, or whatever myriad names it seems to have. But yeah, this is not going to be a full Let's Play. I'm just going to show this off a bit. I feel like it's going to be boring watching a full playthrough of a puzzle game. Although this does have a story and it is funny. I think it's funny, as should everybody, because it is funny. Yeah, I just wouldn't have enough to talk about for a full puzzle game playthrough. But yeah, we're gonna. What I think I'm going to do, what my plan is. As you can see, I have a full 100% playthrough. I have a playthrough that's a little into it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start it. We're going to get the opening cutscene and a tutorial. So if you don't know how Picross works, this will explain it. And then I'm going to jump into probably this file and do a couple of puzzles I've already done. Some of the later ones, and this will probably be like a, I don't know, 15, 20-ish minute game. We'll see. Some of the puzzles can be lengthy, but most of them are between 5 and 10 minutes on the harder ones. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, let's start. I may not do some of the harder ones. I intended this to be a shorter video. But anyways, let's start. It's been 1 year since the pirate invasion of Morgana Island was thwarted. Chelsea the Chimera, Amelia the Harpy, and Bernadette the Dullahan have set off on a bold new adventure. What perils await our heroes on the horizons, only time will tell. Good news, girls. We should be arriving at our destination by this afternoon. Finally, it's been 3 days. Why are these islands so far apart? Well, this one is a bit more remote than most. Yeah, it's not on any map, which begs the question, how did that skeleton know about it? It's whatever, as long as he's good for that month of free pizza, I'll go get his little relic for him. Whatever this island has in store, I'm sure I can just punch it like usual. Seriously, how carefree can you get? I'm bored. Amelia, I'm bored. Entertain your captain. Well, maybe I've got something you could try, but I don't know. It's a far departure from just punch it like usual, Chelsea. Ah, cerebral challenge. Looks like I'm swapping genres. Thinking outside the box. Thinking in general. Don't hurt yourself, dear. Well, if you insist. Hey, we get the tutorial here. Before we begin, would you like me to use this puzzle as a tutorial? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Yes, please. Alright, let's get started. This is a puzzle called a Nonogram, also known as Picross or Gridlers, among other names. The idea is to use the hints located on the left side and top of the grid to deduce which spaces are filled or empty. Hints? These look just like random numbers to me. Each individual number represents how many groups of spaces will be filled and the value of how long the group of filled spaces will be. Here are some examples. As you can see, each group not only matches the numbers, but also the order of the numbers. So we get 4 all together when there's a 4. When you get a 2 and a 1, we get 2 together and then a 1 on its own, and so on. Well, that's pretty smart. That's the same for the top numbers, but going down, right? Exactly, as you can see here. What about the spaces in between? How will I know how big those are? That's the beauty of it. You don't. Using your brain, you need to deduce where spaces can or cannot possibly be filled to slowly work your way through the grid. Let me show you by completing this puzzle for you. First, let's fill in the row of 5. That's easy since the hint matches the length of the grid and it can only ever be completely filled. Next, let's deal with the horizontal 3. Because it's larger than the half the grid, there will be overlap in the middle. We can fill those in. In general, look for larger hints to fill in at the start of the puzzle. Now let's look at the vertical 3, because we filled in 2 of 3 spaces. We know for sure the one hint can't reach the bottom of the grid anymore. Let's put a red X at the bottom. Red X's don't need to be added in to complete the puzzle, but they're useful tools for remembering where a space can never be filled. Let's do the same for the 2 vertical, 2 hints on either side of the 3. They also can't reach the bottom or top due to their size. With that, we've got 3 red X's on the bottom. These 2 1 hints have nowhere else to go but the 2 remaining empty spaces. I see, the process of elimination. These 2 3 hints are also pretty much done since we've found both the bottom and top. They have to join because there is only 1 hint in each column. Let's add the red X's as well. Now by doing that, we've also completed these 2 1 hints in the next horizontal row. Let's add some more red X's. Well, we've almost solved the puzzle. That's right, all with the power of our minds. Something else you can do is use this filling the center method of groups of hints. Based on the fact that one hint can't go any further left or right than the edge, the remaining hint is limited to how far left or right it can actually go. Here you see me using a note marker to quickly note the required empty space the other hint would it be at the far left of the row. As well, don't forget to fill in empty spaces where hints couldn't possibly fit. That's all for now. Why not finish up this puzzle yourself, Chelsea? Pretty simple puzzle. I think we get another cutscene. Just mark an X here. That means I can fill these spaces here. And done, just like that. Looks good, you really did it. What did you think? Ha, that wasn't so tough. Brains and brawn. Best of both worlds, baby. Don't celebrate so soon, Chell. That puzzle was only 5 by 5. They can get a lot bigger than that. The bigger they are, the more hints they can have per line. These extra hints can make larger puzzles especially tricky. It's not as easy as filling a few rows. You'll need to chip away at the entire image and slowly work your way through the puzzle. Oh. Here, let me get some more ready for you. Okay, not actually gonna do... Well, I might do a couple of these and then, like I said, back out and do some of one of my other saves. Maybe I'll do the 10, do one of these 5s and then the 10, and then back out.
Get ready to solve!
And this automatically X's out stuff where the zeros are. This column here is pretty much solved. Can't have one there. And I like how if you put in an X, it grays out something. The hints are a little bit too generous in this game. Yeah, not all Picross games are as generous as this game is for hints, but yeah. Also a really simple puzzle. Let's do the 10. We have 10 minutes to finish this. I think on my previous save, my other run, it took me like 2 or something. I've been doing perfectly fine on the times on my second playthrough of this. So here, similar to the 5, we have a 10 here, and it's a 10 puzzle. So these are just done. This, similar to what we were told, this can only go so far. I don't know if it's left or right, but that's done. Similar with the 8. But no, actually 8 is done. You can only do 8 and then a space and a 1. Because that, with the spaces, that equals 10. And we can follow notes up here. These are 1s. This is a 2. This is a 2. Oh, it's not marking that one because this is still spaced out. Anyways, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. That makes that one done. That was a 2 when it's done. Since we have a X's here, and 4 spaces here and a 2 here, we can't have both of these on the left of them, so this has to be the 2. So makes that the 5. So on with some of these solutions. This is also done. That also means that the 9 has to be here. Also fills in that 2, which means the 3 is here. And that also completes the 7. There can't be a 1 to the right of the 4, so that's there. Which leaves that 1 there, and so on. And we got the 3 there, the 3 there. This has to be the 4. Friends on a boat. These pictures are not always a thing that you recognize when you're filling it in. Oh, and I got an item. That's another thing I don't think I've seen other Picross games do, is the items. This clears the 3x3 grid. I might show off the items too. Yeah, it's, we don't have any of this stuff unlocked. Let's go to my cleared save. We got a shop. You spend your cookies. You can buy different icons for your clicks and all the items. Change stuff here. Let's do one of these. And I'll show off some items.
Get ready to solve.
Let's see. I think 6 might be the max. I'm not sure. I think it was. Okay, this one won't do any good because it just reveals hints. I can just do... It just reveals things you've gotten wrong. Let's do that. Is that not going to do anything? Oh, I actually had to actually click. I've checked the grid and marked any errors with a feather. The markers will vanish once you start making changes. Oh, so I have like seconds to change it. But anyways, let's do fill that in. Let's do just the vertical. No, this is the horizontal one, which was wasted because that one's 15. This is the same thing but vertical. Let's do this one. Like correct the ones. Yeah, that corrected the mistakes I didn't get. All right, we got the 2 there, 2 there, 1 here, and a 1 here. So that means the 6 is here. You don't have to do the X's or whatever mark that is, but yeah, it does help and it reveals the hints. This road's done. But this could be either way. So there's a 2. This has to be a 2. Okay, it can't be there, and it can't be there, so it has to be here. So I guess it can't be either way. Oh, I miscounted. How do... Oh, I guess that was a mistake. Okay. Let's just clear those. I don't remember what the mistakes were. Can't say I'm particularly good at these games at Picross, but I do enjoy it. Okay, so since this is a 2, I can't connect to that. Besides, it's already at the 4, so that one's just done. There's no guarantee that this is... Yeah, when I fill those in... This is one of the things I was talking about, the hints being a little too generous. I filled those in, and it doesn't mark that, so I know for a fact that those are not... that those are not the 2. Okay, and again, I filled that in and it didn't mark any of these, so it has to be the 2. Okay, that has to be 9. Which means this has to be the 8. That can't be the 2. There's a 7 here. Those and those 1s. No, this is 8. So it goes at least there. 3 here, so it's probably that one. And I don't have enough chatter to fill in this, so again, this is why I don't want to do a full Let's Play of this, even though I do enjoy this game quite a bit. Highly recommend it if you like puzzle games and... Right, there we go, we're done with the 12. That's it. Since we get this hint here, the 1 could be either one of these. The vertical. Probably that one because it also clears that one. Except I have 2 sets of 2. So some of the solving is guesswork. Here, and a 2 here, and there we go. Took longer than my first solve, but... Oh, because, okay, the middle one is not using items. Alright, but I showed off the items. So I think I basically showed off what I wanted to with this. But, yeah, I don't have enough to talk about for a puzzle game playthrough. But anyway, I just wanted to show this off because it's fun if you like puzzles. If you like Picross, if you like Khimera. I beat the game 100% and all I got was this shirt. Alright, You see the cutscenes. Should I... That's the... I don't know. I don't really want to show those off. But anyways, yeah, there we go. That was Khimera Puzzle Island. Again, I recommend it if you like puzzles, and particularly Picross. It's a fun time. This came back into my radar, and I wanted to play it again because it randomly got an update. The creator just was playing this to satisfy their craving for Picross and realized it was a bug. That's a good sign, right? When the creator plays their own games. But anyways, yeah. That's it for this game. I don't know when I'm going to come back with something like this again. Not just a puzzle game, just something to try out and show off. But whenever something comes up, I'll do it. But yeah, that's it for this game. I hope you enjoyed this showcase, and thanks for watching.